What's new in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019? Coming up. Hey everyone, this is HarshVardhan and welcome to another fantastic tutorial. As you know that the Adobe had just released the Adobe Photoshop CC 2019 and it has been loaded with lots of new features and options. So what are those? Let's dive in and find out. And before we go any further, if you want to take your photography and photo editing skills to the next level, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and to subscribe just click the big red button below this video and don't forget to click the bell icon as well. That way you will not miss any video from this channel. So having said that, let's get started. So the first feature which has been recently updated in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019 is this home button, which you can see right now over here. You can see this little home button has been created. So what is the use of this? Suppose you want to go back on the home screen or on the launch screen and you want to maybe open some recent files, or you want to create a new document. However, you can do so by coming over here on the file, and here you can create a new document if you want to, or you can go to the open recent files and you can open up that. But suppose if you want to see the preview which file you open, because over here you don't see which file is which, okay, unless you are well aware of the names which you have given them. So for that purpose you just need to click on this home icon and boom, you are back and you can now open up any file. So if I click on this file, you can see now this one is open, this one is also open. And if I want to go back once again, I'll click over here and then I can come over here. You can see we have the option of learn. So if you want to learn from the Photoshop Adobe's some tutorials, you can click that. If you want to check out your Lightroom photos, you can click over there. It's going to take little time because it's going to sync it from the cloud and on internet, so it takes little bit time. You can see I have image and you can create a new, or you can open a new one. And suppose if you don't want to do anything and you want to go back, just click on this PS icon and it takes you back to your open image or open document. So that was the first feature. Now let's take a look at the second feature, which is the new frame tool option over here. You can see right now over here a new tool, new frame tool is added. So this is just under the crop tool, and you can have the access to this by pressing K on your keyboard. So this is basically useful when you want to create a image placeholder or you want to create some mockup. So let me show you how it works. So if I click over here and drag and to create a frame of something like this, and you can see by coming over here it has created this new layer and it's called the frame 1. So now at the moment it has nothing. So now what I have to do, I have to select this frame and browse one image. So let me browse this image and click and drag inside it, and image is going to automatically scale to fit inside it. And you can see it has not completely fixed or completely scaled it to fit in the background. So what you can do, you can press Ctrl T or Command T and then you can resize it. So now you can resize it and fix it anywhere. And if you want to change the frame, you can click on the frame and then you can resize that frame as well to any size or amount you want. All right, and then you can scale the image as well if you want and reposition it. So this is very good if you want to create some kind of a mockup or image placeholder. So this was the second biggest update in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019. So let's move on to the So the biggest next update is related to the text tool. So all those who are designers or who do the web designing in Photoshop, this latest update or latest feature is very helpful for them. So if you choose a text tool, you can see over here and create a text or the type box, you can see it automatically fills some sample text. So you can zoom in. You can see zoom in, it has already automatically placed some lorem ipsum, some sample text. So you don't need to go to the lorem ipsum sites from where you just copy these texts. You used to copy these texts. So now everything is available over here. So this is basically useful. So if you just double click it on any of the layer, and then you can edit it and you can browse through different fonts, and it's going to show you the preview how this is going to look. So you can easily do that before you start typing your text. Okay, so this is a very useful feature. And this is also available not only for the type box but also for the simple text. So if you click, it's automatically going to fix some sample text over here. So you can type, or you can see how this is going to look, or you can simply just decide your style first and then you can change your text to something else if you want to. So this is also a great feature and great update for all the designers or the web designers out there. So let's move on to the next update. Edit. And you can see that over here we have the content aware fill option. So at the moment this is grayed out, reason being that we have not made any selection. So first we need to make a selection. So I'll choose the lasso tool by pressing L and make a selection of this lady, and I want to remove it. Now I'll go to the edit and select content aware fill, and this new panel has been introduced. You can see right now over here. So this basically shows us from where the Photoshop is going to take the sample, show sample area, and it's going to sample from all these areas to fill this area. So now you can tell the Photoshop that don't take the sample from this area. So you can just paint over with this brush tool and it's going to remove the sample of those areas, and you can literally sample or literally restrict the sample area to very small area which is somewhat similar to the image or the area which you want to fill with. So you can just paint over that and it's going to take the sample from that area only. All right, and then you can adjust all these options which are over here. So you have the fill setting, you can choose the fill default setting, high setting. These are the settings for the color adaptation, and you have the rotation option as well. You can choose low, medium, high, and default one, or anything you want. And you have the scale option, you can choose the mirror option, so you can choose the output to a new layer and current layer. So now it is also going to show you the preview how this is going to affect. So if I choose none color adaptation, you can see this is what it is going to look. And if I choose suppose default, you will see this result over here. Let me just uncheck these two options and select the high. So this is how it's going to look, and very high. So you can see the real-time preview before you apply that content aware fill option. And similarly you can check the scale if you want to, or mirror. It doesn't work, then you can check out the mirror option. So now this one is also looking much better, and you can choose the output literally to the current layer, new layer, or duplicate layer. So you can do all that with the help of this one. So I'll choose a new layer and press OK. So now you can see in the new layer, a new layer has been created over here with only the content aware fill. So you can modify it and you can take it anywhere if you want to, or you can place it anywhere. So this is these are the new features which has been added to the content aware fill option. But if you go to the traditional way to fill out certain part, then those would not be available to you. So if you just press Control Backspace, if you press Shift and Backspace, and then you have this option of contents and select the content aware and press OK. And in that case, you won't be having those features. So in order to access that or those features, you need to go over here in the edit and select the content aware fill option. Only then you will have all these options. Otherwise, you will not be having these options. So you can check or uncheck show sample areas. Okay. And then you need to press OK and change all these settings if you want. And it would do the job something like this. Okay. So this is how it works. So this was the content aware fill option latest update in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019. So now let's move on to the next update, which is the layer blending preview option. So if I have this layer and if I want to change this layer blend more, I need to come over here, and the moment I will hover over those styles, it is going to show me the real-time preview. So I can now make a decision which one looks better, and it saves you a lot more time. Earlier you have to apply and see each and every option how it is going to look on your image. So I can simply choose anything I want and I can go for that very easily. So this is also a great feature which was highly awaited, because this helps you to save a lot more time. So let's move to the next feature. And the next feature is the proportional scaling. So if you want to transform this image or scale down this image or any image, so you need to press Ctrl T or Command T. And in the earlier version of the Photoshop, if you want to keep or maintain the aspect of the image, you need to press the Shift and then you can resize it. But now with this new feature that has been removed, so you don't need to press the Shift. It is going to automatically maintain the aspect ratio, and it's going to scale it or scale up or scale down accordingly. But if you press Shift, it is going to do the opposite this time. So you can scale it freely. So you can if you want to distort it, you can distort it. All right. Otherwise, if you just leave it, it is going to maintain its original aspect or the ratio. And the next important update, which is over here, you can see now we don't see the anchor point in the middle. So earlier there used to be an anchor point and we can position it anywhere. So now we have the option of over here. So if I click over here on the top corner, if you check this, it is going to show this anchor point. Earlier this option was available, but now they have moved it over here. So if you check this, only then you would be able to see this. So I can just move this anchor point anywhere, and then I can scale it down from that proportion. So if I just click and drag it over here, it's going to scale from this portion or this proportion. Or if I want to rotate it, it is going to rotate from this anchor point. If I drag it over here, it's going to rotate from this anchor point. So this is also very useful, but this was also available in the earlier version, but in this version you have to just click over here to show this anchor point. Okay. And the next important update is that here, like you can see, now I have transformed this and rotated it, and now in the earlier version we have to just press the enter or come over here on the top and select this check mark in order to apply the effect. But now we don't need that. All we have to do just click anywhere else and it would automatically apply or commit. So that's the next important update in Adobe Photoshop. So if I want to just crop this image, I no longer need to press enter or come over here. I just simply click anywhere else and that is going to be applied. Now let's move on to the next biggest update, and that is the Control Z or Command Z is now back. So undo command is now available. Earlier when you used to press Control Z, it used to go one step backward, and if you just press it once again, Control Z, it used to move one step forward. But now with the latest update in Adobe Photoshop 2019, you can press Control Z and it will keep taking you back. So you can go back to the previous steps, and now you just don't need to press Control Alt or Z in order to go back to the multiple undos. Okay, so now, and if you want to come back, Control Shift Z, Control Shift Z, and you can keep on redoing these steps. So Control Z is now back. This was very useful. Earlier it was complicated. You need to press Control Alt and Z or Control Option Z. So now let's move on to the next update, and next update is now color wheel is new color wheel option is available. So you can go to the colors, which is over here. If it is not shown over here, go to the windows and select color. Then you will be able to see this color. And all those digital painters who love digital painting in Photoshop, they were very frustrated with this tool, because if they have the color wheel, they can easily make the proper selection and easily select any color. So they used to download and install some third-party plugin for this purpose, but now with the latest version they do have the color wheel option included within itself. So for that purpose you need to come over here in the colors panel, click over here and select the color wheel, which is the third option from the top, and you can see now we have the color wheel. So you can easily make the selection of the color. You can see the moment I select a color from here, it just automatically adds into it. So I can change it from here. Okay, so I can choose whether to be more saturated or less saturated, or you can see it keeps on changing over here, or to be dark, and I can keep on changing it from here as well. So these two works in synchronization with each other. So if you make it black, and then no matter which color you choose, it's not going to change over here. So in order to change that, you have to add some saturation to that. So something like this, and if you change this, now it changes over here. You change this, it changes over here. So this is how the new color wheel option works in Photoshop. This is very helpful if you are also working on some maybe skin tone or something else. So that would be very useful. So let's move on to the next update. And the next update is the Workspace Lock feature. So what is Workspace? Workspace is basically this arrangement of these layers, these libraries, these tools, these menus and all that. So this is a workspace. You can go to the windows and select workspaces. So this is your workspace. I have saved my own with my own style, but this one is the default one. You can save your work like this is a new workspace. Click on the new workspace and you can save it, rename it, anything you want, and save it, and that would be available over here. So Windows workspace, and this is the untitled. Okay, but I'll go for the default one. And now if you don't want to accidentally change its, suppose like proportion, something like this, then what you can do, you can come over here on the Windows workspaces, and we have now the option of lock workspace. So if you press the lock workspace, now it is not going to change it. Now you cannot move these tools or options anywhere else. So suppose I have this tool and this character tool over here, and I want to place it maybe over here. So I just cannot do this. If I have the layer option, I want to move it over here, I cannot move it. So you can just resize these panels, okay, but you cannot move these panels here and there. Okay, so as you can see, this one is changing you can change it a little bit. So this one does has some bugs, but I hope they are going to fix it soon. But most of the things you cannot move. Okay, so something like this, so you cannot move these, so these are now locked. And if you want to unlock it, go to again Windows Workspace and select uncheck the lock workspace, and now you can move it anywhere you want. All right, so now this is how the lock workspace option works in Photoshop CC 2019. So there are little bit few more updates which you can check out on my blog, and the link of the blog post is in the description section. Go ahead and check this out. So thank you so much. I hope you liked today's video. What are your thoughts about the latest feature in Adobe Photoshop CC 2019? Let me know in the comment section, and which one is your favorite new update. And once again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, consider subscribing if you want to take your photography and photo editing skills to the next level. And to subscribe, just click the big red button below this video, and don't forget to click the bell icon as well. That way you will not miss any new video. And if you want to read this blog post, check out the link in the description section, and that would take you to my blog HarshVardhanArt.com, and you can read the full blog post with all the details. So thank you so much. Bye bye. See you in the next episode. Till then, keep shooting and unleash the creative in you. Bye bye.